to my test drive on the relay switch change out. So far so good. Haven't really noticed anything weird. She's doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. Rocked on her a few times, and it's currently outside temperature is about 96. Texas heat, a lot high humidity. Temperature in that tank pretty high, no doubt. She's a green car, polo green. She gets hot, so yeah, we're testing out all the conditions right now. So again, C4 owners, do yourselves a favor. If you're about surviving this car and getting them back to their glory, there's nothing wrong with these cars. Don't let C7, C8 owners tell you they're pieces of shit, blah 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 blah, running their pie holes. Okay, for one, the C8, C7 and C8 wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for this car. This car is so uniquely different from the C3. I got both. I got a C3 69 sitting in the garage right now. They are night and day different. There wasn't even components on the late model C3 that crossed over. None. Zero zip. Okay? So this is a new generation car. Alright? It led the way for the C7, C8, actually all of them. C5, C6, C7, C8, all of it. They would not exist had it not been for this car. Okay? People need to pay this car a little more respect than that. And these little motherfuckers out there that are talking about how the suspension's too tight and blah 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 and it's a rough ride, fuck you. And the fucking dead horse you rode in on. These cars are badass. Take care of them. Bring them back to life. Take your time. Work your wrench. Do your job. Okay? These things will pay you. Okay? They're phenomenal cars. Yeah, and the way this thing looks, got another award yesterday. Should have gotten top in the class. The car that won it, highly suspect. Very political. Okay? I'm calling that one out. Because that engine compartment I got on this car, it looks like it did when it rolled out of the factory. That's what they should be judged on. The outward look, appearance, you're not really checking how well they run, but who cares, right? You got it there, so it's working. So the question becomes, what does the engine look like? How clean is everything inside there? How clean is your suspension? How clean is it? Right? If you got all that stuff working and it looks dialed in, then that's it. That's it, brother. That thing should be money. And a lot of people came by and they love this car. And I was quite humbled by some of the comments that were made. But for people to sit there and say this car is terrible, it runs terrible, screw you, dude. And you're probably one of those keyboard warriors that live in your mama's house. You probably don't even freaking have a car. You're probably a wannabe, just wishing you could have one. Okay? So shut your pie hole. Seriously. Alright? Don't talk shit. Those of us that own C4s that are trying to bring them back to their glory, shit. I ain't got time for you. Alright? What we do wish and we do ask is that these car shows we're showing up to them. There's more and more. Each and every year, there's more and more C4s that are rolling in, that have been recovered, that have been brought back to life, and y'all need to have a little more respect for that, because it's hard work. It's hard working on. They're easy to work on because of their access, but you got to know your shit to work on this car. All right, you got to know. You got to know what they sound like, what they're supposed to feel like. You got to know, and if you don't, learn. Okay, but they led the way. All the new ones wouldn't exist without the work they did on this car. Okay, so have a little more respect. Don't know when I'm going to post this. I'm going to definitely post it. Probably going to go in the C3 video barn, because I'm not sure if I'm going to have both in there. I know a lot of YouTube producers have that, have multiple cars going in their barn, so to speak. So I may end up doing that, having an Envy. She's Envy. She's polo green. She's based on the character Envy in Inside Out, and there's a reason for that, because there's a lot of envy out there, and there's a lot of people lashing out at these cars and at this car. She's clean, man. I mean, she got 65,000 miles. Her interior looks amazing. I'll do a walk around. I got pictures from the car show I'll post. But yeah, she's the way it should look, and we're gonna keep her that way. We're not gonna do anything crazy. I changed the stereo out. Of course, I gotta have tunes. And the Bose stereo that we had, the amps burned up, and I don't want that kind of fire hazard. So not in these cars. Trivial fact: fire, number one death to C4 cars since their existence. Okay, and most of the time, that fire, they're started by the stereos. Yeah, they literally do. They catch on fire. And that was a bad design by Bose. Bad move on GM to put a Bose stereo in. They're good now, but those early Bose systems, not so bueno. Okay, but anyway, yeah, we'll report more on this thing as time goes on. All right, peace out.